Let's get started because y'all, it's been a minute. It really ain't been that long. It was since last night we talked. Y'all, today has been a day full of a lot of different things, and I came here to come talk to y'all because I want to honestly just keep it a beam with y'all and touch base with y'all, because I feel like I came down to a revelation, and I feel like it's time for me to share that with you guys. The first thing I want you to understand is that the more that you sit over here and you go and actually go help other people, the more that you're going to sit over here and be rewarded and get love back, get help back. See, I want you to understand something. A lot of the times we sit over here and we get stuck in survival mode. We get stuck on ourselves. We get stuck on all this other shit. How you doing, Blue? It's good to see you, babes. I want you to understand something. Every time when we sit over here and we be going through life be life, and it be whooping our ass, whatever the case is, all of these times, instead of us thinking, okay, well, how can I sit over here and go help? How you doing, Dorothy? Instead of you guys sitting over here thinking like, how can I go help? How can I be of assistance to others? A lot of us be like, okay, well, I got to go internal because, and then this is where survival mode hits. Y'all be like, okay, well, fuck it. I got to sit over here and I got to make sure that I'm okay first. And then in turn, guess what? Then your resources is taken away from you. See, I want you to understand something. A lot of you guys are being tested to see, even when you have literally nothing, when you have nothing, can you still be of help to someone? Can you still sit over here? It could be literally something simple as lending out information that you have. Are you going to help them? I want you to understand something. We live in a society that, let me turn this down a little bit. Okay. We live in a society where I'm trying to sit over here and get over on everybody so I can make it to the top, when in reality we can all be at the top. See, I want you to understand something. Everybody is so focused on themselves. They're so focused on how you doing, butterfly. I want y'all to understand something. And Blue, you hit it exactly on the head. Always in fight or life mode, survival. How you doing, beauty? I want you guys to understand something. Survival mode will sit over here and do it in on us, but the point of the matter is what I want to hit on right now is helping. And you know what's crazy is because I just lost my whole train of thought, so I guess it's time for us to move on. No, it's not time for us to move on. Okay, thank you, God, because I'm like, I just lost my train of thought. Let me talk to you real quick. How you doing, Ebony? It's good to see you. I want y'all to understand something. The more that you sit over here and put out help into the world, the more that the world will help you. I feel like a lot of what has got lost into translation is that we have to be out here for self. And what's crazy is that that's what creates us to create other people that are out for self. A lot of people are sitting over here worried about getting more money than other people. A lot of people are worried about sitting over here gatekeeping information, even if it's as simple as, where'd you get this fit from? Even if it's as simple as, okay, how'd you get to the top? How'd you make it? How'd you get the car that you wanted and stuff like that? What's crazy is that everybody always wants to gatekeep information instead of us sitting over here passing it from one person to another person. See, everybody likes to talk about this capitalism and keeping us in this motherfucking pyramid and keeping everybody down, keeping the broke man down. But the point of the matter is that, y'all, do you not know if we sit over here and we actually helped each other, we could all make it out? I want you to understand something. I don't care what it is that you're a professional at. What have you mastered? I want all of you guys, everybody that's watching me right now, I want you to ask yourself, what have you mastered? Is it psychology? Is it accounting? Is it you sitting over here mastering your fucking emotions? If it's you sitting over here knowing how to draw, are you a master to where you could predict fucking what's gonna happen at the end of the movie? Everybody has a thing that they have mastered. The reason why I'm telling you that is because if you have mastered something, then you need to go sit over here and go help somebody else master that too. Because I want y'all to understand something. The only way that we can expand, the only way that we can sit over here and actually grow, the only way that we can sit over here and actually make an impact with each other is if we actually share knowledge. The point of the matter is that we always get stuck in our head because we were the people that sat over here and because of our own experiences, we like to think like, well, shit, I had to go through it, so tough that shit out, figure it out. When in reality, that should not be the answer. The answer should be like, listen, I'm gonna make it easier for everybody else that's coming after me. That's the mentality. That's how, if you look at other communities, and I don't even want to do it off of a race thing, but it's just like if we start looking at how to build a foundation, how to get rid of our generational curses, how to sit over here and actually build real wealth, it comes from a team effort. It's not about fucking individuality, because there's sometimes where you get to $1 billion. Do you think a person makes $1 billion by themselves? No, they make it with a team. They have an accountant, they have a lawyer, they have doctors to keep their ass healthy. If you real smart, you fucking have an astrologer to make sure you sitting over here doing the math when you need to math. I want you guys to understand something. When you sit over here and you establish your motherfucking community, well, then we're talking now. And the reason why we sitting over here is saying, and the reason why I'm doing this whole thing is because, hear me, a lot of you guys have got so stuck in being selfish. A lot of you guys have got so stuck in, okay, what is going to make me better? What's going to grow me? And there's nothing wrong with growing you. But in the process, you need to actually be growing other people. Or and maybe growing is the wrong terminology. Helping other fucking people. You see that there's other people that are fucking on the streets. You see that there's other people that are looking for help or that need volunteers for their business. Why not? Some of you guys are looking to gain skills, or at least you should be. So why not sit over here and take a new opportunity? You may not get paid for it, but you know that your knowledge is going to make you way more motherfucking money than you sitting over here getting paid for that project. I want y'all to understand something. If we're talking real money, because a lot of people would like to sit over here, and y'all like to sit over here and talk about money, how y'all need money. The more you know, the more money you will have. The more you know, the more money you will have. The more loopholes you will know about. The more paths you can sit over here and avoid. But the point of the matter is that what happens is that people like to gatekeep the information. So you have to sit over here and go do the research by yourself. What happens if we don't gatekeep the information no more? What happens if, hey, listen, me, I was an accountant. I could sit over here and say, hey, this is what you should avoid. Avoid this, in my biased opinion. What if all the accountants come together and be like, well, hey, this is what I found. And this is what I found. Maybe don't even take accounting. Maybe go into marketing. Maybe go into finance. Maybe that might be better than you. It's like shit like that, sharing information like that. Sharing information on, okay, what do we sit over here and predict the market is going to be? We talking stocks now. We talking, okay, real estate right now. Real estate is sitting over here. Let me tell you something. Real estate is over here. It's so motherfucking high right now. At least where I'm located. Interest rates are so motherfucking high right now. What happens if we all just stop buying shit? What happens if we all stop buying shit? Then guess what? Markets are going to plummet. Let me tell you something. The point of the matter is that whatever it is that you are trying to achieve, whatever it is that you're trying to learn, all I'm sitting over here saying is that, guess what? Do it as a motherfucking community. That's it. That's all. Now, let's keep going. I got to call y'all attention to you sitting over here going with the flow. Now, let me tell you why I'm talking about going with the flow today. The reason why I'm talking about going with the flow is because a lot of you guys are sitting over here just allowing life to life. A lot of you guys are not sitting over here actually living your fucking life. You're just going to sleep and being depressed. God doesn't want you to be depressed. God wants you to continue to live. Let's go on to the next point. I want you guys to understand something. You got to find out what your own shit is. You got to find out what it is that you're trying to put forth effort into. You got to find out what it is that's going to sit over here and make you, you. So, the reason why I'm sitting over here telling you this is because guess what? A lot of the times we do shit for other people. A lot of the times we sit over here and even if we don't admit it to nobody out loud, we do. I want y'all to understand something. What are you guys doing for yourself? Like, what are you sitting over here doing? Like, if you could sit over here and really ask yourself right now, like, what are you doing for you? What makes you happy? What are you doing? Like, are you sitting over here doing therapy to get your mental together? Are you going to the gym to get your physical together? Are you sitting over here taking spa days because you need it? Are you going to get massages because you need it? What are you doing for yourself? All of us like to sit over here and we like to complain. We like to complain and complain and complain about why we didn't get that opportunity, why we don't have enough time to do this, why we don't. Why not make the time? Why not, instead of going on that date or saying yes to helping somebody? Because catch me. There's days where you need to help yourself. There's days where you need to sit over here and put forth effort into yourself. There's days where you need to sit over here and figure out, okay, I'm not feeling well. Let's figure out why the fuck you're not feeling well. How about that? I want you guys to understand something. You could choose today to sit over here and fix yourself if you really wanted to. You could choose today to sit over here and figure out, like, listen, this is not working for me. I'm going to stop moving in this direction. You know that fucking every time you eat ice cream or any dairy products, that fucking you're going to fucking shit. You know that it's going to sit over here and mess up your stomachs because you already know that you're fucking lactose. So why would you continue to do that? Y'all get me? You know the result of what happens when you, because let's take it off just food. Let's talk about people. You know the results of it if you sit over here and hit up what's his name or what's her name. You know what you're going to get. You're still going to get inconsistency. You're still going to sit over here and get the runaround. You're still going to sit over here and get excuses. So if you know that, then why are you still doing it? I want you guys to understand something. When I say that you guys could sit over here and change your reality, when I say you could change whatever it is that's not working for you, you can. But you got to actually want it. But most of y'all just want to complain about it. And that's the fucking problem is that, listen, complain, but what is complaining going to get you? In reality, because I'm going to move on. No matter what it is that you sit over here and you do, like, no matter who you choose to have in your life, the rule of thumb is for you to sit over here and be happy, bro. The rule of thumb is for you to sit over here and have people in your life that actually want to see you grow, that doesn't want to see you complacent. The rule of thumb is to sit over here and make sure that you actually are growing, that you actually are learning, that you're not staying stuck in loops, that you're not continuously meeting the same people, that you are not sitting over here still continuously talking about the same shit that you was talking about fucking 2 years ago. 3 years ago. Beauty, you said remove yourself from what no longer serves you. Exactly. But the point of the matter is that we get so comfortable in self-sabotage. We get so comfortable with being uncomfortable that when we are actually comfortable, when we're actually okay, we're trying to do everything to put us back in a state of uncomfortability. You said trust. I learned the hard way. Preach. And that's on motherfucking period. You said this blonde is blonding on you. The blonde is blonding. Yeah, to be honest, it's so funny because I want y'all to understand something. No matter what, I want y'all to hear me. No matter what y'all sit over here and y'all choose to fucking do, I need y'all to sit over here and understand that, listen, you have the power to change your circumstances, period, point blank, and that's it. That's all. That's it. That is motherfucking all. At the end of the day, we can end the TED Talk right now. Okay? I want you to understand something. The frequencies playing in the background is for a crown chakra. But if you're looking for the actual hertz, it's... Oh, this one doesn't say it. But usually I listen to a 432. 432 hertz. Sometimes I'll do 528 hertz too. It depends. It depends on the day. But this one doesn't say. How you doing, Adriana? Neil. I feel as though God is sitting over here saying, some of you guys need to sit over here and revision what it is that you want to do. I want you guys to understand something. She said, damn, I heard you yesterday, fam. You heard me yesterday, but you got to hear me today. But on some real shit, I want y'all to understand something. It's time for y'all to revamp. 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 What does that mean? I want you guys to really do a self-reflection on what it is that you want for your future, even if your future is just for like the next 3 months. What do you want your next 3 months to look at like? And you know what's funny is because this Mercury retrograde been beating my ass with fucking talking. But I'm gonna still get my shit off. I want you guys to understand something. The more you get clear on your path, the more that your path is going to clear up for you. The more that you set intentions, the more shit is going to come into you. But the point of the matter is that you guys are sitting over here relying on God to create a path for you, and God is sitting over here saying, nigga, create that shit yourself. I want you guys to also to understand that, listen, that comes with partners. That comes with like how you living. That comes with sitting over here even up to your image. Let me tell you something, y'all. I revamp myself every 2 days. Okay, realistically. I revamp myself every, I say every 3 years, for real. But lately, it's been shit every few months. I'm going to keep it all the way being. This year, I feel like I revamped myself a whole bunch of times. But the point of the matter is that you got to keep revamping yourself until you feel like you are yourself. And I think that that's the most important rule of thumb is that what can you do to make you feel like yourself? What can you sit over here and do to make you look like yourself? What new self do you want to be? You could sit over here and be like, yo, I want to do a bob, and then turn around and be like, well, fuck it, I want to grow my hair back out. Y'all, I did black. I'm using me as an example. I have had black hair for a very long ass time. The last time I dyed my hair was fucking in high school. Early high school at that. And I want you guys to understand. After that, I had grew my shit back out. And I was like, okay, I'm tired of black. I feel like revamping myself. Let's go blonde. I never went blonde before. I've always sat over here and did like a honey blonde or like just in the back or something. This time I sat over here and I did my whole hair blonde. Why? Because I could fucking do it. Because I wanted to. I don't fucking know. It was a color. It was a theme. It's a theme. But the point of the matter is I want you guys to understand something. You guys could do it too. Now, I know I just used my hair as an example, but I want you guys to really take an evaluation on you. What do you want your clothes to look like? Do you want to sit over here? And if you really want to, let's get into clothes real quick. Maybe some of y'all need to sit over here and switch up the fucking what you buying. You not feeling good. You not sitting over here looking good because you don't like the shit that you have in your closet. Get rid of that shit. Get new shit. I'm not even saying you got to go get all new, brand new shit. You could go shop at Shein. And it's so funny. It's so funny because I was talking to my lash lady today, and she was sitting over here telling me like she does personal assisting for one of her clients, and within that, one of her clients makes boohoo money, But the point of the fucking matter is that she still shops on Shein. Millionaires, billionaires. You even seen Cardi B sitting over here shopping at Fashion Nova. Point of the matter is that yo, it does not matter how much your shit costs. Do you make that shit look good? Get some matching sets. Sit over here and figure out, do you want to sit over here and go through a tomboy phase? Do you want to sit over here and go through a girly girl phase? What phase do you want to do? Do you want to have points in your closet to where you got both? Maybe one day you want to do some heels. Maybe one day you want to do some Air Ones. Okay? Point of the matter is that what I'm sitting over here saying is that whoever it is that you want to be, just become that person. It doesn't matter what the fuck you put on. And I think that that's important too. Because a lot of us think, okay, I need to sit over here and go get some name brand shit in order to matter. To have a name. But in reality, your presence, sit over here and light up rooms before you even, you don't even got to speak. Your presence speaks for itself. So guess what? Start looking fucking presentable. Start doing things that make you look presentable. Not for nobody else, but for yourself. Start doing things that sit over here and make you feel good about yourself. I'll use my mom as an example. My mom is just like, I don't know why, but every time I sit over here and I get dressed, I just feel better. When I know I'm looking good, I just feel better. It's not about anybody else. It's about how the fuck do you feel when you put that shit on. Y'all, I sat over here and had on a whole suit today. It was 91 degrees. I've been rocking like this all motherfucking day. You want to know why? Let me tell you why. Because I don't care. It's a vibe. I'm chilling. This is how I'm coming. And the point of the matter is I want you guys to get so comfortable within yourself doing shit like that. Now, let's keep going. I want y'all to understand something. While you guys are on this next journey in your fucking life, distractions is going to be everywhere. Are you going to sit over here and allow them to distract you, though? I want you to understand something. Distractions can come in the form of partners trying to distract you. Distractions can come in the form of food. It can come in the form of fucking TV shows. It can come in the form of shit, even books sometimes. But the point of the matter is that That's why it's so important for you to get clear on what it is that you want to work on. What does that mean? You guys need to figure out what it is that you want. Get a vision board. Sit over here and get a notebook. Get a journal. Get something. But I need you guys to sit over here and get something that you're looking at every day and figure out what it is that you want to work on each and every day. I'm not sitting over here saying that you got to tackle all 10 things that you write down or that you put on your vision board. But you need to do one thing a fucking day that's going to sit over here and get you working towards one thing that you want to work towards. Beauty, very much temptation. See, I want you guys to understand something. Temptation can sit over here and beat your ass if you allow it. Temptation can sit over here and turn around and do you in if you allow it. But the point of the matter is that it's not about allowing temptation to take over you. It's about you sitting over here taking over temptation, and that's where it's found, okay? And for some reason, like at first, like y'all, I wasn't even gonna do downloads tonight. Like I was just gonna get on here real quick and just talk to y'all real quick and then get off. But I feel the need to sit over here and do some downloads because I feel like God is like, let's do downloads. So give me 2 seconds. Let me grab my notebook really quickly and we're gonna get started with downloads, okay? Please hold. I'm hearing can't stop, won't stop. Can't stop, won't stop. I feel the need to tell you guys that you need to sit over here and start getting out into nature. Some of you guys need to sit over here and just get out in general. Get out in the world, I'm hearing. Let's talk. Let's talk, big dog. This ain't what you want, little dog. Hold on, please hold. Let me grab my pillow. The aesthetic for me. Okay. Let me tell you guys. Ugh. Please hold. Okay. I want y'all to understand something. I'm gonna keep it all the way being with y'all. Some of you guys need to sit over here and actually go and actually get out in the world. But some of you guys actually need to sit over here and like literally just go with the flow. Also, you know what's crazy is because some of you guys are not sick and tired of being sick and tired. I want you guys to understand something. The more that you sit over here and you get tired of fucking being sick and tired, the more that you sit over here and you start to fucking expand on, and the more you get serious about what it is that you want. When I opened up my book, I opened up to a part of my life where I was sitting over here where I was just like, I'm sick of it. I sat over here and I did a whole rant. These 2 pages is a whole motherfucking rant on, listen, I need, like, I was just upset and I was just angry. And I feel like that's significant, y'all. I feel like that's significant. Honestly, I thought we was going in a whole nother direction, but let's talk really quickly. Body language. On this day, y'all, I found myself like really annoyed. I was annoyed with myself and I was annoyed with God and I was annoyed with my life. And it was more so because I just felt like I didn't have control over my life, and I feel like that's significant. I also felt like I feel the need to sit over here and tell y'all that if you guys are at that point, then you need to sit over here and literally write a note or write a letter to yourself to sit over here and be like, to label out which parts of your life are you mad about? What are you angry about? Are you mad because your money's not right? Are you mad because your love life sucks? Are you mad because of your wardrobe? Are you mad because, you know, you might have an account or 2 in the negative? What are you mad about? Get out all your frustrations. Because the point of the matter is that God wants you to sit over here and really get to the point where you're sick and tired of being sick and tired so you can stop repeating the same behaviors. If you're upset about being fucking unstable, then it's time to sit over here and get you stable. And I think that that's a part of fucking us sitting over here getting you together. That's where the celebration, see, a lot of you guys are sitting over here, you guys are crying, but you're not doing any actions behind you crying. A lot of you guys are upset, you guys are frustrated. A lot of y'all can't trust nobody. A lot of y'all feel like the world is against you. But in reality, what it comes down to is that you guys don't have no fucking plan. Y'all don't have no money either. So, if you don't got a plan and you don't got no money, but you all the way, you sitting over here, but you complaining, then how do you fix it? So that's why God is sitting over here calling your attention to you actually creating a plan. Okay? Some of you guys need to get clear on your friendships. What friends? Ooh, yeah, we're here. Let's talk. Some of you guys need to sit over here and get clear on your friendships. What are the people there for? And I'm not sitting over here saying that people actually need to do, like, people literally need to do for you, but I'm saying it's, what's the purpose of you having a friend? And the significance of that is that, y'all, when I was sitting over here talking, because I had like a long ass, almost a 2-hour conversation with my lash lady, she was telling me, she was like, you know, oh yeah, I got this friend. And she was like, and then I got this friend. She got a friend of she was a friend of an opera singer. And I said, an opera singer? I said, that is a gem. Like, that's so random. Like, that's like a, like, it's not even a plug, but it's like, who the fuck is friends with an opera singer type shit? Like, it's just so, it was so random to me. But I feel like that's significant. She was just like, yeah, no, she's an older lady. She's like twice my age. She was like, but she's so nice and she's so lovely. I haven't seen her in a while, but I'm going to her dinner. And I was like, that's amazing. Just to have a friend, just to have a friend. And I feel like that's significant. Some of you guys, I want you guys to understand something. I'm not sitting over here saying that all your friends have to do exactly what you do, because I feel like that's significant. Maybe you guys just need a new circle and you guys can sit over here and do y'all own things, but it's just like when y'all come together, it's still, there's still love there. I don't feel like you guys have really good friends, and I feel like that's significant. And you know what's crazy is because on this page, I was literally sitting over here, I entitled it What a Friend, but on this night I was literally helping my friend like clean up his place. And the reason why is because he, like, one, he was going through a depression, but two, he had to sit over here and actually go and he had just relocated from one place to another place, and he downsized, so he had to get rid of a lot of shit, and a lot of the stuff, like, he didn't know how to like organize it and stuff like that. And he's been so, he works so much, so it was just like, I felt like as a friend, like if I could help him just even just declutter, like that's helpful. And that's what I mean by helping, guys. See, when I first started and I first started talking to you guys, I was sitting over here saying like, we need to help each other. We need to sit over here and like, even if it's like not materialistic shit, it's like something simple as that. He literally, like, cleaning his space like made him, like, I don't want to say it made him more happier, but I feel like I seen the tension in his like face go down. And at that time, like literally, like he had just lost his cousin. Like it was like everything bad was fucking happening to him. He had to move like unexpectedly, then he got the news that he lost his cousin, then it was just like fucking, and then he sat over here and then he had to realize that he had to go get another job. So it's like, and he was already working 2 jobs, so he was just going through the blues. That could be significant. Either you guys are going through the blues or your friends could be going through the blues. And I feel like God is sitting over here saying, be there for your friends. And the reason why that's significant is because it's free for you to sit over here and be a listening ear. It's free for you guys to sit over here and just hang out with people. It's free for you guys to sit over here and just help people. You could sit over here, your friend could just be going through shit. You can go over to your friend's house and just bring a bottle of wine. That's free. We literally sat over here and fucking, he cleaned his fucking or he cleaned the living room and I cleaned the kitchen basically, and we was just talking and laughing and jamming the whole night, and it wasn't even that bad. And I feel like that's significant. Some of you guys need friends like that, that even when you guys are going through that shit, like even when you're at a down spurt, like you guys need friends that's like that too. And I feel like you guys don't have that. Like maybe you guys have your turn up friends, like let's go to a section friends, let's go out to eat friends, but can you even talk to your friends? And you know what's crazy? That's reminded me of a conversation that I actually had with my brother. My brother was sitting over here saying like, you know, there's this one friend I want to get rid of because I just feel like I just don't even know why we're friends. I can't talk to him. It's like we're not really helping each other. It's like, what are you here for? And he was like, and every time I talk to him, he kind of irritates me. So he's like, what the fuck are we even friends for? Things we used to bond about, we don't even bond about no more. And that could be significant too. Some of you guys have outgrown your friendships. And I'm going to keep it all the way being with you. There's nothing wrong with you sitting over here outgrowing your friendships, but you need to understand that there's a time and a place for something. And some of you guys, I'm not sitting over here saying leave your friend in the past, but I am sitting over here saying limit the time that you spend with these people that you know that are not going to the same places that you're going. You don't have to cut these people out, and you don't have to be mean to these people. And then that brings me to another point, and I was thinking about this today, y'all. Let's take it up a notch. We're going to talk about friends, but we also going to talk about relationships too. Some of you guys, y'all think that you have to end on bad terms with y'all people, and you don't. Just because you're sitting over here and you're walking away from people doesn't necessarily mean that you need to sit over here and or just because you're ending shit doesn't mean that it has to end on bad terms. A lot of the times it's so funny, we think that like we need another like a valid reason. And now I'm hearing my ex sit over here, like I'm hearing him, like our conversation when we broke up, like communication isn't a valid reason to break up. Are you dead ass breaking up with me because of communication? Yes. You don't need to be betrayed to end a friendship. You don't need to be betrayed or get cheated on in a relationship to end a friendship, or to end a relationship. It's like you don't need something bad to happen just for you to decide to walk away, especially if you have decided that it no longer serves you or that it has lived out its purpose. Some of you guys need to sit over here and end friendships, and you don't even have to be that vocal about it, or you don't have to be, you could just sit over here and simply just be like, hey, I'm working on myself and I'm gonna take some steps back. Some of you guys, you don't gotta say shit at all. You just stop responding. But I do feel as though if you don't like being ghosted, then you shouldn't ghost people. I wrote down, don't get attached to your fear. So these are some side notes, y'all. I feel like a lot of you guys are sitting over here going through a lot of different motions, and you guys are sitting over here attaching to your fear, and that's what's stopping you from moving forward in life, taking steps forward in life. Some of you guys are so attached to your fear that and really you're fearful because you don't know what's next. You're fearful because you don't know if you're moving in the right direction, and you're fearful because you think that you're never going to get it right. But in reality, I want you to understand something. Your fear is what's holding you back. Your fear, and it's funny because I keep seeing TikToks that are almost the same, and they kept sitting over here saying that, listen, the only way that you sit over here and actually do shit right is by actually just jumping into it. If you spend the rest of your life fucking writing shit down and trying to plan everything out from A to Z, you're never going to start. Y'all need to hear that though. Just jump into it. Whatever it is that you want to do, just jump into it. You want to lose weight, just jump into it. You want to get your gains up, just jump into it. You want to start vegan, jump into it. You want to sit over here and fucking start to sit over here and incorporate therapy into your life, just jump into it. What are you afraid of? You guys keep sitting over here saying, I'm going to wait till the winter time. I'm going to wait till the summertime. I'm going to wait till Monday. I'm going to wait till shit. Well, we're already into September. Start tomorrow. Start today. Make up your mind. That goes into the planning. A lot of you guys need to actually get the fear of failure out of your mind and realize that, what if this time it actually works out for you? Your nerves have been so bad lately, is what I'm hearing. Y'all have been so worried lately. Your anxiety has been through the roof lately. But what if this time it actually works out? Like, what if this time, like, what if it does? Eric, we talking? Now, please help y'all, because I need some water. I ain't finished my water today, y'all. Especially that, beauty. You said stop putting things off that you can do today. And even if it's only like literally just one thing, like literally, it could be just literally one fucking thing that you need to get done. Just do that one thing. One thing. I know you got 100 fires that you got to sit over here and put out, but the point of the matter is pick one. Because eventually you're going to sit over here and you're going to wake up and be like, well, I don't have any more fires to put out. And that's significant. I feel the need to tell you guys, go watch my Batman story on YouTube, because that could be significant. Because I just thought of Batman randomly. Also, I wrote down, what if his feelings are amicable too? And to be honest, I don't know what the fuck that means. But what if her feelings are amicable too? Take it as it resonates. I wrote down, is it game or true feelings? Some of you guys are sitting over here dealing with a situation. I'm sorry, because I'm a bit warm. I'm a bit warm. Some of you guys are dealing with people that like, you don't know how they feeling about you. You don't know if they sitting over here playing games with you, or if they sitting over here put that up there for now. Some of you guys don't know if these people are sitting over here playing games with you, or if they actually care about you. And I feel like that's significant. And the reason why is because I feel like God is sitting over here saying, well, it's up for you to sit over here and practice discernment. See, I want y'all to understand something really quickly and hear me really quickly. Some of you guys don't even understand that all the bullshit that you went through in your past is supposed to prepare you for this moment, so you can know if this person is playing with you or not. So why are you acting dumb? That's what your spirit team is telling me. Like, why are you acting dumb like you don't know? You know what it feels like for somebody to like you. Y'all want to go through it? We could talk about it. So when somebody like you, what happened? You sit over here, and guess what? You sit over here and you be like, well, they're showing me time. They're texting me back. They double texting me if I'm not answering. They calling me if I don't answer to the second one. Like, what do people do when they like you? They ask you out on dates. What do they do when they want to actually spend time? And to my masculine that's up in this bitch, what do women do, or whatever, if you date the opposite sex or the same sex, what do they do when they sit over here and they when they like you? Hey, come over. We don't even gotta do nothing like that. I just want to be around you. So if these people are not acting like that, then what can we assume? That the feelings ain't true. What can we assume? And it's not even about assumption, it's about discernment. And I think that that's the biggest thing too, is because a lot of us assume bullshit. But if we look at what's actually going on, if we look at how people are treating us, then we can discern who the fuck is sitting over here. Precious, we talking. Hey, Marie, we talking. I want you to understand something. We can discern who the fuck is fucking with us versus who's not fucking with us. But everything from your past prepared you up until this moment. Blue, we talking. Everything from your past has prepared you for this moment. So what do I mean? You done sat over here and dealt with people that fucked with you. You done dealt with people that sat over here and did not like your ass. If they are predicting, if it looks like they're ghosting you, then guess what? Pull your fucking energy back. If they look like, yo, they diving head in, shit, well then you know your answer. And if you are unclear, because sometimes people be scared, because let's give people benefit of the fucking doubt. Let's say they scared of showing you feelings. Then you sit over here and try to have a communication. You try to have a conversation, communicate. And if you're dealing with somebody that does not know how to communicate, then you do not need to deal with that person, because they need to sit over here and heal that communication, because it should not be like you trying to pull teeth talking to these motherfuckers. Okay? Is that understood? That's what I feel like saying to y'all. How you doing, OG? It's good to see you. Some of you guys, I wrote down, maybe I'm just comfortable. Some of you guys are comfortable with being treated like shit. And really, some of y'all are comfortable with the bare minimum is what I'm hearing. Because let's take it down a notch. Some of you guys are comfortable with the bare minimum. And the crazy part is that you guys are getting the bare minimum because that's all that's being offered. And you're okay with it. And God is like, well, shit, if you okay with it, then I'm okay with it. But I feel like God is trying to wake you up and realize that the bare minimum is not enough no more. Y'all keep sitting over here getting in arguments with the same people over and over about the same shit. They only look at you as bare minimum. And that's not to hurt your feelings. That's just to keep it a being with you, because you need to wake the fuck up and realize that there's another person that's not going to treat you like the bare minimum. But you got to stop treating yourself like the bare minimum. And that's where this bond. Am I the rebound? Are you? You know you are. If you got to ask yourself, are you the rebound? You are the rebound. Let's call it spade. Let's call. We speaking tonight. That's all I'm saying, though. What you doing every 5 seconds? If you ask me what you doing one more time, leave me alone. Am I needed? Some of you guys, this is going back into the helping part of like what we were talking about earlier. Some of you guys need to sit over here and discern when you are actually needed by your friends, though. That's what makes you a good friend. Sometimes, like, we have to discern when our friends is actually going through shit. And I understand that, yo, like, we sit over here and we all have our own lives to live. Especially when we start having families, we start getting married and shit like that. But you also got to understand, like, you got to give these people that's loyal to you time and attention too. And I think that's why a lot of friends be hurt when a lot of people sit over here and go and get in relationships, because they relationships sit over here and start, it's like your friend feels like, well, shit, I've been here longer than this motherfucker been here, but this person is getting all your time now. How come their opinion is more important than my opinion? How come, like, I done showed you 10 years of loyalty and this person only showed up for 1 week, and now all of a sudden you're choosing this person over me type shit? Either that's how you feel about a friend, or a friend feels that way about you. Take it as it resonates. If you feel it in your heart, then you know it's for you. Some of you guys need to work on that, though. And I'm hearing that you need to work on that. Like, if you guys are not in relationships right now, I feel like you guys need to sit over here and start working on your individuality. And a part of that individuality is you sitting over here having balance between your friends, and your spouse. Because you're not supposed to cut your friends out. Although I will make the case that sometimes your friends don't really be your friends, and they start to show their ass when you do get in a relationship. But for the people that are your true friends, you don't X them out. I'm not sitting over here saying give them all your time. But if you know that you have girl night once a month, you should make it to that girl night. If you know your boys go out fucking every fucking Sunday, y'all have y'all fucking Sunday night football. Maybe not go every Sunday, but at least try to make it twice a month. Your friends deserve to have you in their life too. And I think that you guys don't do a good enough job sitting over here like making y'all friends feel secure. And I don't even got that here, but I'm just channeling. And I feel like that's why a lot of y'all friendships end. And I'm getting that some of y'all friends don't even tell y'all how they feel. Some of them feel like it's just one-sided, like you just trauma bond and you just trauma and pour trauma onto them, but they don't ever get to pour trauma onto you, or this is you. Maybe you feel that the friendship is one-sided. Maybe you feel as though you're always there for everybody else, but nobody listens to your shit. Take it as it resonates. But if you know that, then why are you friends with those people? Or why not speak up? And now I'm hearing that you guys aren't even comfortable enough to sit over here and even open up to your friend about shit that you're going through. So if you don't feel comfortable enough to even expand or tell these people your problems, then how is that really your friend? If you're afraid, what are you getting out of the friendship at this point? And then I wrote down friendship versus love. And now I'm getting some of you guys actually need to be friends before you actually jump into relationships. That's why y'all should be in it so fast. A lot of you guys sit over here and don't take the necessary time to sit over here and actually go in and get to know the person that you're dealing with. I feel like if you guys were friends before, it would be easier for you guys to talk about hardship. A lot of y'all don't like to talk about hardship because you guys just rushed into the honeymoon stage. So you never had the opportunity to deal with shit or even ask them how do they deal with things when things get hard. Some of you guys deal with people that just shut down, or this is you. But either way, whether if it's you or if it's them that shuts down, you can't do that. You can't deal with somebody like that because it's not healthy. It creates people to overthink or overassume. It creates animosity. It creates people to think that you don't care, or maybe you feel like they don't care. When in reality, they just don't know how to fucking communicate. It's not that they don't care, they just don't know how to communicate. But I feel like that's why you sit over here, and if you establish things as a friend, you can know that they don't know how to communicate, or it will make them feel comfortable enough to sit over here and be able to communicate with you. And I think that that's significant. Some of you guys are with partners, or in the past you were with partners and they didn't feel comfortable enough to communicate or open up to you. And that's where you have to do self-evaluation, or they need to do self-evaluation, because take it as it resonates. To the point where once you sit over here and you evaluate, like, well, why don't I make this person feel comfortable? Some of you guys don't make people feel comfortable when they talk about shit. Sometimes it's all about you, y'all, and that's where accountability comes into play. Word is bond. I feel the need to tell you guys that hardship is almost over, though, okay? I feel the need to tell you guys, if you guys are going through a hard time, just know that God is on its way. And it's crazy because I remember on this day, y'all, I had sat over here and I was going through a lot of shit. This is another day where I was like on the verge of giving up. I was on the verge of giving up for a few times, y'all. But when in doubt, pinkies out. I remember I was so upset and I was crying on the freeway. And I was just like, fuck it, I'm about to go get me some Starbucks. Shout out to Starbucks. And I remember on that day I was crying to God, and I was just like, God, I just don't feel like I'm doing this shit right. Like, I just feel like I'm trying, but I'm not. It's just like I don't feel like I'm being rewarded. And then I got these stickers from the person, and it was so random. I've never been given anything from Starbucks except for my drink or my order. And I feel like, that was God responding to me. And in my stickers, it was like, she believed she could, so she did. And then it was like, hey, hello, hey. And it's nevertheless, she persisted. And then it was, you are stronger than you think you are. And it says, make time for your art. It's important. And then it was faith over fear. I got these stickers, y'all. I got these stickers from somebody at a Starbucks. He was just like, hey, how are you doing? He was the nicest, kindest guy. I was like, I'm okay. He was like, here, take some stickers. I was like, okay. And then on them, I knew exactly that it was God. And I think that that's the biggest thing too, that you guys need to understand, that sometimes God shows up, and almost always God shows up in different people at different times, but God always shows up when you need him to show up. And if there is no answer when you need him, just give him a moment and he will show up. Some of you guys need to sit over here and actually lead by faith and not by sight, though. Sometimes your faith, and almost always your faith has to come first before the item does. And it's funny because I'm reading this shit right here, and I wrote down, I cussed God out and asked for a sign, and then I received these damn stickers from Starbucks. God really be sick and tired of my ass. I really know he is, but like, oh well, you stuck with me. That could be significant though. Why do you keep moving? Okay, so I'm gonna do this because I feel like this correlates, y'all. So I wrote this at 11:23 p.m. so that could be significant, and I entitled it False Clarity. But I want to tell you guys, don't be upset about lost opportunities, because every major setback is room for like a comeback. I also wrote down, do something before it's unblocked. So some of you guys are sitting over here trying to go and actually some of you guys are like waiting for something to be removed, but I feel like the only way that you remove it is by you just focusing on something else or coming up with a plan. Some of you guys are building financial stability, or you should be focused on that. I also wrote down, remove past relationships from resurfacing. And what's crazy is because I did a whole video about how my ex reached out to me, and I hadn't talked to him for like 4 years, and he just reached out to me randomly yesterday on asking me if I was married. So some of you guys might have an ex coming back, or a few exes or situations trying to rekindle shit. But I feel the need to sit over here and say, like, God is testing you right now, testing you to see what you're going to do. I also wrote down, stop looking to the past and prioritize your new creation in your time. I also wrote down, relax, reflect, and release, the 3 R's. I feel like that's where you're going to be able to create more. I feel like Trust Issues by Drake could be significant. And then I wrote down drama in friendships. I wrote down Mercury retrograde, and then I also wrote down Gemini, Virgo, Aries. And then I wrote down no response equals a response. And then I wrote down always wanting to hear or always wanting to have one up equals never trusting them from the beginning. And then I also wrote down, don't do anything to make me block you. And somebody told me that, and I was just like, what the fuck? So at any moment you could block me? I don't fuck with that. 808 could be significant. So I wrote down, I trust my gut. Some of you guys need to start trusting yourself. And then I wrote down, you have to hold yourself accountable, and discipline is needed. I also wrote down, cleanse your digestive system in your brain and your mind. And it's funny because I put on, at first I was gonna do my root chakra meditation, but I ended up changing it to my crown chakra meditation. So I feel like that's significant. Some of you guys need to focus more so on your crown chakra. I wrote down butterflies, and I've been seeing crazy butterflies everywhere, like butterfly tattoos, actual butterflies, like butterflies in pictures. And it's like butterflies could be significant, and I feel like that equals transformation and rebirth. Some of you guys could be seeing 333 a lot, but the point of, or 123, but I feel like God is sitting over here saying that you are right on track. Some of you guys could be seeing the area code of where you actually of where you stay. So like, for example, if you're in California, you're seeing 323. If you're in fucking Washington DC, you're seeing 202 a lot. Like, you guys could be seeing the area code of where you're at a lot too. That's also a confirmation that you're on track. I also feel the need to sit over here and tell you guys that, like, during this transformation, nobody said that it was easy, so why are you giving up so easily? Bees are significant, and you know what's crazy is I was gonna buy this book today, but I didn't because I felt like it wasn't time, and it had bees on it, but I can't remember what the title of it was. But I felt like it wasn't for me in that moment, so that could be significant. Some of you guys need to focus and figure out what actually is for you during that time versus what's not for you. And I feel like that's a part of decluttering. It's like God is sitting over here saying, let's pick an area for you to focus on. We can't fix your finances right now. Okay, cool. But let's sit over here and study finance in order to figure out how we can add more add additions to your finances. It's like, for example, you asked your boss for a raise, but they said no. Okay, let's go back to the drawing board. How else can we bring in more money? Is that us applying for other jobs? Is that us investing into the stock market? Is that us sitting over here starting a new business? Is that us sitting over here investing into somebody else's business? What does that look like? Because clearly, just because one person said no doesn't mean that you stop looking for financial opportunities. You just know that that's not the way. Go in another way and use that with everything else. It's like, for example, with relationships, let's say you're focused on building like relationship stability. You say you want something serious. Okay, you went on a date with this person. Hence that I say you went on a date with somebody. Some of you guys are not out here dating. How you doing, Nez? How you doing? I didn't see what your name was. I'm sorry. I'm not in the chat right now, y'all, but don't take that shit personal, okay? I try to come in and out of it. But some of you guys are sitting over here trying to work on prioritizing your relationship or actually finding something serious. That requires you to actually get out there and put yourself out there. Either if it's online or you actually physically going out in the world and being out at tea shops, being out at the gym, being out in the grocery stores, being out, not just home and work. But the point of the matter is that, let's say one relationship, you met a person and it didn't work out. Okay, just because that thing didn't work out, that means that person wasn't for you. Swap their ass out, get somebody else. Let's sit over here and say that relationship isn't for you. Okay, swap their ass out, get somebody else. The significance of that is that you guys keep sitting over here. You have to understand that, one, what patterns are you seeing within these people? Because now I'm hearing that each person that keeps getting swapped out, because some of you guys could actually be swapping people out. Some of you guys' problem is that, can I not tell them no, I can tell you. Some of you guys' problem is that you sit over here and you're not looking at the reasons why these people are coming into your life in general. Some of these people could be like narcissists and they're trying to highlight your narcissism. Some of these people could sit over here and have mommy issues. They're trying to highlight your mommy issues. Some of these people could sit over here and just be emotionally unavailable. Some of these people can be financially unstable and they're trying to highlight different parts about you. And that's why they can't give you serious commitment, because at this moment you don't need to be seriously committed to anybody. But I feel like that's significant. And going back to what we talked about earlier about the whole being friends before you actually just jump into some shit, that's why some of you guys need to actually take time to be friends with these people. Because it's funny, because some of you guys have got tarot readings and they're like, love is coming into your life. Love is coming into your life. Yes, eventually. But you got to sit over here and do the necessary work on yourself in order to get to that point with people. A lot of these people are not ready, and as quiet as it's kept, you guys aren't ready either. I understand that y'all be hopeless romantic and y'all be wanting love, y'all be lonely, y'all be wanting companionship, like y'all be wanting to fuck. I get it. But the point of the matter is that you guys have to sit over here and look at the big picture. You guys aren't looking at the big picture. That, listen, you say you want commitment, but you're not ready to commit to anything, because as soon as you sit over here and get in a relationship, you sit over here and get bored. Once you figure out who the fuck they are, what they like to do, you get bored with their routine. And then now you're ready to be single again. You see the pattern? Or some of you guys think that you always want to be right in a fucking relationship. And it's like, a relationship is about you guys coexisting with each other. About their opinions and their facts mattering too, just as much as you matter. Some of you guys haven't even learned that other people matter too. Other people's opinions matter, especially if you decide to come into union with each other. That's why unions are so fucking hard, and that's why God is sitting over here saying, and some of you guys have yet to even find yourselves. Because another thing I'm hearing is that some of you guys sit over here and try to become the people that you date. And God is like, I need you to still have your individuality. That's what attracts these people to you. But you have to learn to make sure, and it's like you guys learn it. You learn who you are. Some of you guys are healing and learning who you are, but every time you go and jump into something, you lose who you are, because it's like, okay, my husband likes soccer, now I like soccer. Bitch, you ain't never played soccer a day in your life. That does not have to be for you. Not to say that you can't try soccer, but what I'm saying is that, listen, stop trying to fake it until you make it. If you don't like soccer, you don't have to fake like you like soccer. That's what I mean. You guys can have joint interests. You guys can have joint interest, but it's like, everything doesn't have to be joint. You could still have your shit with your friends, i.e. your friends, and he could still have his shit with his friends. And if you guys are sitting over here, because here's another one, a lot of you guys are insecure and don't want your partners to have friends. That's unhealthy. A lot of y'all want y'all partners to be right underneath y'all. Or maybe this is why y'all can't be with people, because you feel like people want to be underneath you guys. Maybe you need to figure out why you're attracting clingy people. There's always a reason why shit doesn't work out, and I feel like that's a part of the reason why shit is blocked. Okay? Sorry, y'all. I haven't finished my gallon today, and it's late as fuck. It's like 9. Oh, Nala, we talking. Okay. I feel like a lot of you guys know what's considered healthy, but a lot of you guys aren't doing what's healthy. And at first I thought that was like literally like physically healthy, that like your heart, You know, you guys are smoking vapes type shit, or like you smoking blunts, like it's not good for your lungs and shit like that. But I'm also getting like, you guys know what's considered healthy in a relationship, yet you still go after toxic people. You still go after people that blow your phone up 10 times if you don't answer. You go after people that sit over here and that really, to be honest, I'm gonna keep it a beam with you. You go after people that excite you, like toxicity excites you. And I feel like that's why God is like, I need you to go back and reteach yourself something, unlearn. It's like you guys need to unlearn toxicity, because that's not healthy. Don't get me wrong, like, yes, you should have a little spice in your relationship, but it's not like, it shouldn't be to the point where y'all about to kill yourselves, okay? I also wrote down, allow them to return. And then I wrote down 369, and then I wrote down, put this fool down. I don't even know what that means. But that could go for somebody. I don't even know what that means. Put this fool down. Maybe you need to put a fool down. Your name could be Ashley. Labor Day could have been significant. Some of you guys could be dealing with a Virgo. And then I also wanted to say, some of you guys just need to get some new furniture in your place. Maybe make it a little bit more lively. Start working on your feng shui, or actually learn about feng shui. I also wrote down 133, and then I wrote down 1133 actually. So that could be significant, AM or PM. I'm hearing AM though. And then I also wrote down dealing with a master manipulator. Some of you guys are dealing with a master manipulator, so just be mindful of that. I don't have my book here. The Ace of Swords could be significant because I wrote that down. But basically, the Ace of Swords is where you're sitting over here receiving a new offer, but you need to sit over here and remove, it's like remove a lot of things. And I'm getting that like the truth is going to be revealed to you guys. I wrote down love is genuine, and then I wrote down holding on to trauma. And then I also wrote down I'm loving myself, and then I wrote down 345. So some of you guys could be seeing numbers like in sequence, like 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4 could be significant too. I also wrote down healthy connections with someone that pours into you. And the whole line is healthy connections with someone that pours into you the way that you pour into them. It's like giving to receive. And I feel like that's a part of the reading as well. And I feel like the significance of that is that like the more you give, the more that you'll receive. So don't ever feel like your giving is like being taken advantage of, because God will cut those people out of your life. Like he will make you stop giving to those people is what I'm hearing. And I feel like that's significant too. If you know that you're not supposed to be giving to these people and then you still turn around and give to these people, then God will sit over here and punish you. Which is, i.e., your money streams will slow down. I wrote down less is more, and then I wrote down a Leo. And what's crazy is because I actually met a Leo today. So Columbia could be significant, but it's so funny because I was like, God, like I've been asking God, like I really want some new friends, like not even like really like out loud, but just subconsciously. And like I went to the library today, and I literally ran into a girl, and she was like looking at magazines, and I was just like, hey, like are these magazines free? Like can we take them? And she didn't speak a lick of Spanish. Like she didn't speak any English. Like she didn't know what I was saying. So I had to actually start speaking Spanish to her. So that could be significant. But then I realized that my Spanish is really rusty, and I was like, damn, I really forgot about a lot of words and shit like that. Like I could speak it enough to where she understood what I was saying, but like but anyway, I asked her, I was like, what's your sign? And she was like, I'm a Leo. And I was like, oh, okay. I was like, you spicy. So that could be significant. Some of you guys could be meeting new friends, or God is urging you to get out and start meeting new friends. And you know what's so crazy is today I talked to like 3 random people. The randomest people. I talked to somebody when I left the gym. I talked to somebody in the library. I talked to somebody in Starbucks. Like full-blown conversations. I feel like I talked to somebody else, but I can't remember. But the point of the matter is that God might be just urging you to start conversations so you can get like a new friend group. Because you never know. Like you could sit over here and just have a conversation about like, yo, my guy, like where'd you get your hair cut? You could start a conversation with something so simple. Because with the girl at the gym, I literally was just like, yo, I really like your nails. Like, where did you go to get your nails done? Because she had a unique color. So that could be significant. If you guys are in the process, or if you guys want to meet new friends, I just feel the need to tell you guys, like, get out of your anxiety and just say, you know, just ask a question. And then just continue the conversation. And now I'm hearing, get out of your social cues, because a lot of people, and it's so funny because I was having a conversation with my mom, and I was telling her, I was like, Mom, I don't really think I know social cues like that. And she's like, well, what do you mean? I was just like, I don't give people boundaries. And I feel like I've been like that ever since, like, I was a kid. And it's funny because now I'm thinking about, like, one of my really good friends back in the day, and I used to just go to her house and just go all up in her refrigerator. Like, I made her home like my home before, like, we was even best friends type shit. So it's like I always made myself comfortable, and I still do that to this day. Like, I could just meet you for the first day, like, if it's like a guy or a girl, and I just be like, girl, let's go into your kitchen. And I don't even say it, I just be like, I just go and I make myself, like, I'll be like, can you give me a water? And if you don't, then I'll go get myself a water. I always make myself comfortable, and I feel like that's key too. Is that some of you guys need to sit over here and be so comfortable within yourself that it actually brings out, like, your nature to go meet new people, to speak up, or speak up when people speak to you. I wrote down gut health, and that's the second time that I mentioned gut health, so that could be significant. Circulation could be significant, and stimulation could be significant. And now I'm getting dental. And then now I'm getting your money is on the way. Okay? I just thought about something. Heavy emphasis on dental, okay? And you know what's crazy is as soon as I turned the page, I went into the back, and I told you guys, I was like, you guys need to go watch the Batman reading, so, like, for real, go watch that reading. I need to write something down. Where's my new journal? Y'all, I ran out of pages in this fucking journal, which is, it could be significant, but I ended up having to go buy a new journal. So some of you guys actually need to go actually get a journal. But I'm also, oh, here we go. But I'm also getting, like, if you guys don't know, like, how to start journaling, I just feel like you should just start, like, free writing. Like, just write down what comes to mind. You could sit over here and start about how your day went, literally on some Anne Frank shit, Dear Diary. Banned books could be significant, because when I went into the library, I had actually went only for, like, magazines, but, like, when I turned to the side, I seen, like, a whole section of, like, banned books, and I was like, ooh, banned books. And it's reminding me of Catch-22, so that reading could be significant too. But so if you guys are not familiar, I put all my fucking lives in my YouTubes. I put all my lives on my YouTube, and I title them certain things. So, like, I be feeling like certain things coexist with each other, with the lives. But anyway, Catch-22 could be significant because that was on the banned book. So yeah. I was gonna write something down. Damn it, I forgot. Well, I guess I wasn't supposed to write it down. Okay. Is there anything else? New York could be significant because I kept hearing that all day today. Like, I seen a New York license plate. It was all over the place. I'm also seeing Little Italy. And I had some lasagna today, so Italian could be significant. And that's all I got for you guys. Yeah, because I don't feel like forcing it. Some of you guys, I'm going to leave it there, but I want to, like, say something else to you really quickly. So let me talk to y'all really quickly. I want you to understand something. Whatever you sit over here and you make time for is whatever you put your investment into is what's going to actually make you more money and actually make you more wise. But the point of the matter is I want you guys to sit over here and understand something. No matter what it is that you're putting your time into, just make sure that it's nourishing you like you're nourishing it, okay? You said, I love the way you journal. It's inspiring. Phoenix, let me tell you something. I put everything in my motherfucking journal. A little bit too much. And it's so funny because at first my journal started off with just me talking about my days and my experiences. But now I'm putting in like my downloads, and I put in like a whole bunch of shit. Like it's just shit that I hear, shit that I sit over here and jot down. But I know that there's some things that's for me, but there's some things that's for you guys, okay? How you doing, Angela? Point of the matter is that you guys, I just want you guys to find something that you guys actually like to do, whether if it's reading, writing, fucking creating, and yeah, that's it. Or learning a new language. Some of you guys should go learn a new language, okay? You said I began doing that with my journal recently. I like that tweak. It makes that shit go by real faster. Because in times in the past, like literally it used to take me fucking years to get through just one journal. Like I think like 2013, 2014, 2015, 2016 was all in like one journal, and it was the smallest fucking journal. And I'm like, why was it taking me so many years? But there were so many years I went without writing. I've wrote all my life, but there was a span where it was like I wasn't writing as much. That could be significant too. Maybe you guys are feeling a little bit uninspired lately. I feel like God is encouraging you guys to go find your spark and go find your energy with things that actually inspire you. Okay. How you doing, Diamond? You said been practicing French for a couple of years. I feel myself getting better, and I feel like that's good. And to take it a step further, try to find somebody. So that's also another thing that I was going to say about the girl that I met today. She literally can't speak English, so I have no choice but to speak Spanish. I feel like that makes it better. Like since you're learning French, try to find somebody that literally only speaks French, even if it's you getting a PayPal, because then you're forced to speak Spanish, or I was gonna say speak Spanish. So some of you guys could be learning Spanish, but then you're forced to speak French. While and it's funny because she wants to learn English, so it's like I could teach you English, you could teach me fucking French type shit, you know? So it's like that's the easiest way. And it's funny because it's reminding me back when I did study abroad in high school. Ecuador could be significant because that's where I went when I studied abroad for a year. I literally was forced to speak Spanish because nobody in my household spoke English except for my host dad. But like my host dad was always like busy working because he owned his own company, and he was always on flights going to a whole bunch of different places and shit like that, so he was not there. It was me, my host mom, and my host sister. And the only other person that spoke English, she was the one that we transferred, or she went to America and I went to Ecuador. So that could be significant, okay? Point of the matter is that if you guys want to sit over here and actually learn a motherfucking language, find somebody that does not speak English, because then you got to be forced, okay? Okay. Anyway, I love you guys. I'm getting the fuck out of here. This video will be posted on my YouTube. You already know the vibes. And I will see you guys later, okay? Okay.